Hey everybody, thanks for coming and checking out this, I don't know, whatever you want to call it, podcast. I mean, I'm going to just be putting these up on YouTube, but I don't know what they qualify or how you categorize these things anymore. Actually, not anymore. I never knew. So what I want to do with this channel is I'm basically just going to kind of talk about my life experiences and my opinions about things. And, it'll be a wide range of stuff. Tell you a little bit about me. My name's Jimmy, as you may have guessed. We're going to talk about one of the things is going to be what it's like having a joke as a name. It's awesome. Walk around, your Jimmy hat, Jimmy locks, Jimmy your mom, whatever. Thanks, Mom. Probably hear this. Anyway, I've got 2 kids. I've got a boy and a girl. It's awesome getting to have both and to have that experience. I'm a Navy veteran, so at some point I'm going to comment about this ridiculous bullshit that the Navy pulled yesterday where they dissolved everyone's rates. I'm currently, now that I got out of the Navy, I'm an engineering student. So I would call myself a pre-engineering student right now. I'm finishing up. I finished my calculuses, and now I'm doing differential equations. I've got to finish Physics 2, which is what I'm doing right now, differential equations, and then I've got those engineering mechanics classes. So I also paint miniatures. I used to play a lot of Warhammer Fantasy back in the day, but honestly, the game always takes so much time. And, now that, I've got 2 kids and a wife and whatnot, it's hard to justify taking the time away, especially when, I know that I probably should be studying while I'm in school. And, if not, there's probably something I could be doing with the family with whatever free time. So I paint a lot more than I play, which is fine because I really enjoy, I like Warhammer, but honestly, a lot of the people that play Warhammer kind of bother me. People in general bother me. So I don't mind just kind of painting, and I don't consider my work exceptional, but I like what I do, and I guess I'm better than most. I would say, I don't know. I don't like to brag about stuff, but my painting's pretty good, and it's what I enjoy. I like showing up to the store with my hot painted shit, and everyone's oohing and ahhing. I mean, that's why you do it, right? So anyway, I do a little bit of that. School keeps me pretty busy with a lot of homework. If you're ever involved in any high-level math classes, you know that the homework is really extensive, and not only are there a lot of problems, but the problems take an hour and a half, to solve. Well, maybe if you're smarter than me. I'm not super brilliant. I usually think of I'm the coolest of the smart guys and the smartest of the cool guys. Not very cool, not very smart, but a good medium. That's probably a really asinine thing to say, but whatever. If you hear me sniffling a lot, I'm sorry. I probably shouldn't be starting this, but I've been sick for about a week and a half. Of course, I got sick right before my differential equations test. Oh, and that didn't go well. But, lowest test gets dropped, so we'll deal with that. So, things I might talk about, you might hear me talking about. If you don't, know me, and I don't know if this somehow starts to spread. I care a lot about politics. I consider myself fairly progressive. With the exception is that I am not for I'm for common sense gun control or gun management. I don't think that we should be giving people that are on massive antidepressants guns. It's just so contradictory. How you can't make assisted suicide and then sell guns to depressed people, because they might kill themselves. You can't sell guns to crazy people and then act like, oh no, he had a right to defend himself, so we had to sell him the gun even though he's on all these meds. No, I think that, and I know that it's difficult because then you have the government looking into your medical files and I don't know. I don't have any answers. I don't claim to. And I think that until we have answers, I mean, besides, what are you going to do? And you always hear these idiot right-wing extremists, oh, they're going to come and Hillary's going to take our guns. Look, there's plenty of reasons to not vote for Hillary, and I'm not voting for her. But she's not going to take your guns, just like Obama wasn't going to take your guns and hasn't taken your fucking guns. Grow up. What are they going to do? They're going to come door to door, with an armed force and try to pry the guns out of the fucking hands of all these rednecks, start a fucking civil war? Don't be stupid. America's going to have guns forever. Like, just fucking, that's just going to be the reality of it. Two things America will always have: fucking debt and guns. So anyway, other things I might talk about being a dad. I really like being a dad. If you'd have known me in my 20s, I never wanted to have kids. Sorry, kids, if you're listening to this in the far future. And it wasn't because I didn't like children. Actually, I spent a lot of time with my two cousins, but they were a lot younger than me. I babysat them a lot, and I like kids, but I just, I was a kid and I thought of myself as very selfish, and to be honest, I probably am still fairly selfish. And kids require, letting go of that, and so I didn't really want them. And I don't know, I wouldn't say that I thought that I'd have been a bad dad, but a selfish father is obviously, I don't think, the best option. But so anyway, that, as life goes, you don't always get to pick. And of course like I said, I've got two kids now, and they're great. Like, and being a dad it's okay. So my whole life, I always wanted to find like the thing that I was going to be good at. Like Mozart just picked up a piano at 4 and was like banging out symphonies and shit. I always wanted that. When I got into fencing, I wanted to be, an excellent fencer just right away. And I never really understood. But anyway, I'm sort of going off on a tangent. But being a dad sort of came very naturally to me. And I really enjoy spending the time with my kids. I don't get to a lot. I mean, like, I'm home with them a lot, but a lot of times I'm stuck in school books. It's just the nature of the beast right now. If it wasn't this way, it'd be like it was before when I was in the Navy and I was gone for 2 years at a time. So, and that's another thing that I want to talk about. I mean, about another part of being a dad is the sort of, it's great. Like, I love having my kids, and I love my kids. I love teaching them things. My daughter is so smart. It's ridiculous. But it's I don't know, maybe everybody doesn't, but I feel very isolated being a dad. So I'll talk about that. I'll talk about my wife. She is beyond awesome. I know a lot of guys like to talk shit about their wives. Now, sure, you'll probably, if you keep listening and I keep doing this, probably hear me talk some shit at some point. We all get frustrated with our wives and whatnot, but like, for real, she's ridiculous. I mean, one of the problems, and look, we'll talk about this later. If you guys want to start calling me like racist and sexist and shit over fucking little minor things I say in the comments, whatever. And that's assuming anybody ever listens to this. But I think that something that's happened with women in this day and age is like, okay, so men have always had to do, like, they've had their job and then they come home and there's like the man shit they have to do around the house, right? It's usually the men that mowed the lawns and, fix the cars and the pipes and clean the drains and the gutters and all that shit. And if you want to act like that's not the case, or, I'm not talking about 100% stop act, this isn't absolutes, and I don't know who I'm talking to or why anyway. But and women had their jobs. Now, I'm all for women having careers and growth and personal growth, and I think that should be a thing. I mean, I think that, and I fully encourage my wife, and you can ask her, and I'm going to try to get her to come on and talk to you guys at some point. I like to encourage her to grow herself, where I can. But it's really not necessary, which is sort of the point I'm getting to. But so women have gone out into the workforce, which is a good thing, but they have given up, I think, to a large extent, a lot of those womanly duties. Like women used to sew and cook and things like that. So now women, like, you don't, like, I don't know very many women that do so. And because you just go out and you buy other clothes. You go to Walmart, it's cheaper. Sewing stuff is, a pain in the ass. You get the sewing machine out. It's heavy. It makes all that fucking noise. Anyway. So, women, they don't do that. Fewer and fewer women are cooking because you can just go out and buy food. Nannies and daycares are becoming more of a thing, so they're spending less and less time with their kids. And look, those are all personal choices. I'm not here condemning anybody, but what I think that it's led to is a sort of void in the lives of a lot of women, so that they, like, yes, you work, but then you don't have other shit that you do. It's just like you work, you shop, and you talk shit. And that's your life, or that's their lives. And so what I love about my wife is that's never been the case with her. We met when she was really young, and she's ever since then, like, she's always been involved in hobbies. Like, once we had our daughter, she started like a Stampin' Up! Business, and was progressing in that and doing a really good job and making all these really cool stamps and doing research and getting better at it. And even though, like, okay, so I'm painting Warhammer miniatures, doesn't have shit to do with what she's doing, but we're both doing a craft, we're both getting better at it, and it gives us something to talk about. You know what I mean? Like, I don't have to actually be interested in stamping or paper crafts to have a conversation with my wife and to to learn enough about it to have the conversation, and likewise she does the same. She participated in a 24-hour Warhammer starter set painting competition. I'm pretty sure, if I remember incorrectly, while she was pregnant, and that was voluntary. I didn't make her do that. So she's super awesome. So I'll try to talk about that. I'll talk about Warhammer. Get over it. If you don't want to hear it, then skip it. I like cars. I used to have a really nice WRX that I had done a lot of work on and got it to what they call stage 2. It was a lot of fun. I don't have that car anymore, and it makes me sad. And then you might hear me talking about math and science and physics and shit. Maybe do some demonstration videos. I don't know. I'd like to see a more concise. I'd like to create. I know that there's Khan Academy and things like that out there, but I think in some places Khan Academy falls flat, and I think in some other areas, some of the other places, the other YouTube videos do a really good job. So I'd like to kind of consolidate that information down, maybe do a few presentations on some differential equations. I think that the internet's really lacking information on differential equations, personally. All right, well, I'm just about out of time on this thing, so I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up. I can't believe you're still listening to this. Like, go read a fucking book. No, I'm just kidding. Thanks a lot if you are listening. And stay tuned. I'm going to do some more. I want to talk some more, and I'll talk about why I'm doing this next time and what I hope to get out of it a little bit more. So thanks a lot. Have a great day and awesome weekend. Bye.